Aloha, my kako. This is Oracle of the Golden Spiral. Today we are going to be doing a reading for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What are the general messages for Aquarius, please? General messages for Aquarius. I'm sorry I'm laughing. So yes, in the previous videos I explained that there's a crease here because of the rescue kitty. And my kids have named she's like a peach tabby. And they've named her Peach Pancake Poop Schmear. All of our kitties have very long names. Well, we only have this one, but the prior one was a calico, and we just ended up calling her Calico because her name was Nala Mimo Possum Snout. Okay, Aquarius. Alright. It's a combination. Okay. Clarify the Hermit, please. Clarify the Hermit for Aquarius. Why is the Hermit here? Clarify the Hermit. Last shuffle that I take from the middle. Okay, I like that one. Okay. One for the Page of Swords, please. Tell me about the Page of Swords for Aquarius. Shuffle that I take from the middle. This is taking too long. Please give me a card for the Page of Swords. Thank you. And one for the World, please. Oh, that makes it more complicated. One for the Empress, please. Tell me about the Empress for Aquarius, please. Okay. One more for the Hermit. Clarify the Hermit, please. Clarify the Hermit for Aquarius. Okay. Okay, Aquarius. Something has happened that has hurt you tremendously. Something seems like it's done. Sorry, they're giving me it's all fun and games until someone loses an eye. Right now, internally, the reason why we're having this conversation right now is because you're finding that is taking everything in you to try to find a way forward. And you've learned a few things, and whatever the situation is, you have learned a few things about someone's dedication. Maybe yours, maybe somebody else's. But you've learned what true dedication is. I need one more for this world. And then you know what, I'll read the cards to you as well. One more for the world, please, for Aquarius. One more for the world for Aquarius, please. One more for the world for Aquarius, please. Last shuffle, then I take from the middle. Okay. It's almost as if you or someone else is pushed past their breaking point. I want to say that it's the other person, because while they're sorry about that, I mean, flip it, reverse it if you have to. As Brady says, whatever it takes, we're all adults here. But given that you are in the tennis, you know what? It could be either way. Let's get one for the tennis words. Clarify the tennis words. Okay, it could be either way. Whatever, it's taken a long time to get there. Either they have left you in the Ten of Swords, or you have given too much and beyond. You've given beyond what you can handle. I tend to think it's the other person and they've given up, and now you're trying to figure out how to rectify it. But there is... Or it could be you, and you have learned how to hold that ground. In any case, somebody has given up. Over time, they've been worn down, one sword after another, all up in their back. And so right now, depending on who you are, the loving, unconditional nature of it all, the trying, has come to an end. And so right here is an energy reversal. Right here is an energy reversal where the other person is going to have to even out the scales for growth to proceed. It was so far one way that there was burden and torture over time, and now this has got to be a love reading. Do you see it? There's got to be a switch. The woman becomes the lion and the lion becomes the woman. Whoever was... We need to trade spaces. If we want this back, we need to I want to say, like, in a very easy way of explaining it, that it needs to flip-flop, right? Like, whoever was giving, they've given up. They are going to give no more to this, and the other person is going to have to give. But I will say that we need to come and meet in the middle. Neither person, let's be real, the person who wasn't the giver, who wasn't trying to make it work, who was just receiving and receiving and receiving, needs to start the motion. Do you see this motion here and this motion here? They need to start the motion. But the advice is nurturing, but that cannot be, and building, right, in a team. That cannot be done with just one side. We don't get to flip-flop the scales, and now the person that's gone through all of this does nothing while the other person makes up for all that lost time. The advice is we need to go within and realize that to grow, that balance needs to be restored. And it's going to take the person who was given up on to go back and to, like an AED, pump some juice back into it, But the advice going forward is that the environment has to be nurturing. Everybody has to build together, right? Each person has to bring their pentacles to make 6. And I think that's what the advice is. We've learned what it's like when something is so one-sided. But I will tell you that if you're the one who gave up, it's going to take that person coming and wanting to invest so that you know that they want to invest for this. But if they have given up on you, which I'm leaning more towards since we're talking you and me right now, then you're the one that's going to have to initiate this AED defibrillation. I'm sorry, that means you're gonna have to do the boom and get this heart back started pumping. We're here because you don't know how. I got, or it's too much. Is it too much? That's a question you have to ask yourself. Is it too much, or am I willing to do it? And if you're willing to do it, the universe is providing you the how. Don't flip-flop it and start being the unconditional love that's always trying to make it work while they're like, you know, F you, you've totally killed me. I'm done. I can give no more. So okay. Let's see. One more for the 8 of Swords and Strength, please. One more for the 8 of Swords and Strength for Aquarius. One more for the 8 of Swords and Strength for Aquarius, please. Two more, I guess. Heal. And have control of your emotions. I think this is representing, you know, internally. I think you're going through that right now. But I do think that this can be brought back together. We have the King and Queen of Cups here. And I think the reason why I'm still sitting here is because you're going to have to both of you are going to have to, over time, remove each of these swords, but one by one, by one, by one, if this is going to work and be an equal give and take. Okay, Aquarius, I think that's what I have for you. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me and for taking the time. If you made it this far, I hope that you will leave me a message, comment if this resonated for you and how, and I would love to have you as a subscriber, so hit that subscribe button. As always, mahalo.